going well. So after I build this high level view, generally I will build a basically a month to date breakdown. So it's basically everything that's in here, but just broken into more metrics. And then once we go through this, we will go into all of the experiments that we ran over the last 7 days to understand, why are we seeing what we're seeing. So the first section I cover is revenue. Second section is really about new versus returning customers. So it's about, what's your sort of what's your customer retention looking like. The third is about CAC and marketing spend and efficiency. And then the fourth, I like to include something around lead generation. So that's sort of like mid funnel. How many people are we capturing their information? So goal 300K in revenue, month to date 165. And so here I just create a tab that I call remaining. So that means like how much is left to hit the goal. So I say 300 minus 165 and remaining days. So we're saying that we have 12 days left in June as of the day we're having this meeting. Usually you have these meetings once a week. And so in order to hit our goal, we need to do $11,168 of revenue per day in order to hit the 3,000. So, when you're tracking your daily revenue, this gives you a sense of, is this doable? Then I look at orders and I just divide the revenue by total orders to figure out your average order value, which we call the AOV. And so we're saying that our goal is 142 and month to date, our AOV is a little lower. Now that could be because maybe we're running a discount, which we are when we're about to jump into that. Or it could also be that our product mix has changed and we're selling more of a product that has a lower price. So you want to make sure that you're understanding this data, and if it's changing, that you are adapting your strategy accordingly. Next, I look at customers. And you'll notice that 2,113 orders were purchased in our goal by 1,761 customers. That's because most customers don't just order one thing. So it depends on the business, but most customers sort of on average, not most, but generally many customers will buy more than one item. So we're saying that on average, a customer buys about 1.2 items. So certain customers buy 2 or buy 3 of what we're selling. And we're saying that we're selling like a clothing item and that we're an e-commerce business. So we're B2C business in our example. So then you have the breakdown of your new customers and your returning customers. And so, you need to break this down to understand how is your prospecting going for marketing. And so we're saying that we targeted to have about 25% of our customers come as returners, and we're actually about 37%. That either means that our returners, we're driving really strong customer retention, or that our new customer numbers are low and the returners are just a higher percent because this number is too low. So we need to kind of dive into that as well. And so for the spend and efficiency section, I say our target was 100,000. Remaining, we have basically 60,000. So we have about $5,000 a day to spend to try to hit our monthly goal. And next, let's talk about CAC. CAC, I'll include more videos about CAC if this is a new concept for you, but this stands for customer acquisition cost. This is the marketing that you spend to get one new customer to buy for the very first time. So if it's a returning customer, generally you would ignore that because most of your marketing, the vast majority of it is trying to get new customers to buy for the first time. Once they buy once, your returning customers generally are just receiving an email. Maybe they're already using your product and they're just coming back because they like it. Generally, you're not spending much to drive recurring revenue. So you take all your marketing spend and you look at your new customers. And that's not new orders, that's new customers themselves. And the reason why this metric is sort of like the king of all metrics is because if you know how much you need to spend to get one new customer to buy, all you do is you look back at your historical numbers and you say, okay, once someone buys, how many additional times did they buy? And you look at the profit over a customer's entire lifetime. So if we're saying that according to our profitability metrics, $75 CAC is acceptable. So that's total spend divided by total new customers. So that must mean that a customer drives more than $75 over their lifetime in terms of what we expect. And so we can spend $75 and we know that once they buy once and maybe they buy a second time, that we will be profitable on our relationship with that customer. So you need to understand that as well. It's called your unit economics. I'll include another video to that. You need to break down your unit economics to understand what is your CAC target. So One other thing is some people do include returners as well in their sort of CAC. So they'll look at total customers. I don't recommend doing this because it distorts the number. It makes it look lower. And so that's why I highlighted blended CAC new, which is really the most important metric. And then I looked at ad spend as percentage of revenue, 33. We've currently spent 25. Our CAC is lower than target, so that means we are acquiring customers very efficiently so far. And blended means it's all channels lumped together. And so, breaking out the performance by channel is sort of like another level of analysis that you can do. So the last section is just about leads that we've generated. So we have Instagram followers gained. Our target was 6,000. We've gotten about 3,000. Only 12 days left in the month, so we're probably missing our target. Email subscribers gained. It looks like in this case, we're actually probably going to beat our target. And then YouTube subscribers gained. Looks like we're missing our target here. So now let's go through the experiments and understand sort of why are we seeing low revenue, high retention, weak Instagram subscribers, strong email subscribers.